Hello everybody, Frouwo here, bringing you game number 1 of RoX.KIS versus the Retry in the group losers, round 1. So the winner of this game is going to move on to the losers round 2 and still have the chance to advance out of the group, while the loser is kicked out of the tournament. Chances of progressing end, but this is a best of 3, no best of 1s here, so we're going to hop right into picks and bans. RoX.KIS banning out thus far the Enigma, the Alchemist, the Venomancer, and the Bat Rider. Retry banning out in the meantime the Bristleback, the Luna, the Pugna, and the Visage. And RoX.KIS picking up the Timbersaw, the Nyx, the Gyrocopter, and the TA, while the Retry pick up the Invoker, the Bane, the Mirana, and the Doom. And now RoX.KIS banning out the Crystal Maiden. So Retry have a pretty versatile lineup right now. Mirana can offlane, Invoker can in the safe lane, mid lane. Bane is a dedicated support, but the Doom and Mirana are really two heroes that can do any or multiple sorts of roles. Doom can go mid, Doom can safe lane farm. Doom can also go in the woods as the Retry ban out the Rubik. And but Retry likely gonna look for the last support here, as again RoX.KIS did ban out the Crystal Maiden, expecting the same thing. And RoX.KIS now just need to support themselves actually, so both teams need support here. We'll see what either side picks up, as RoX.KIS is going to run the Templar Assassin mid most likely, and Timbersaw going to be in the off lane. Jar of course going to be the carry, and Retry now picking up their last hero as well, going to be the support, and we'll see what it is as they have little time left on their clock. But Leshrac, a very good pushing hero, certainly difficult for him to land a stun, but it can be chained together with the Nyx Assassin stun. If the Nyx Assassin stun hits, the Leshrac stun is easy to hit, but vice versa as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Both no reliable stun here really for RoX.KIS. Going to have to make sure they're just hitting their stuns. So heroes like Mirana may get out of trouble very quickly. So we're going to have the Clockwork as the last pickup for the Retry. And could you see that Doom going in the woods, having Rising Star in the off lane, and Yoki in the mid lane with Nubik on carry. And that's likely that's going to pan out in PGG, of course, always the hard support. So let's start off with team introductions. We're going to BZZ on the Gyrocopter, Goblak on the Leshrac, Yol on the Nyx Assassin, Zador going to be on the Timbersaw, and Scandal and Templar Assassin as we pause coming out. As usually happens in the Russian scene. Always pause in the early game. So Yoki can be playing the solo mid Invoker most likely. Inquisitor on the Doom. PGG on the Bane. Nubik going to be on the Mirana, and Rising Star on the Clockwork. So we're going to see how the lanes progress here. So no real items yet. However, BZ as well as Yol and Goblak kind of look to be heading towards that bottom lane, so just kind of Sadoi likely on the safe lane. Timbersaw may just face Rising Star and will win that lane of course, as Timbersaw has a pretty high advantage versus strength-based heroes really. Usually strength carries, but Clockwork not a carry, but still gonna have the cogs and stuff to deal with Timbersaw and the reactive armor. As this pause, continuing onward. Could see it on pause any second now, and here we go. PGG saying go, and we have our game beginning. So Scandal gonna rotate bottom with his friends. For the time being, likely some ward's gonna be placed and work towards blocking the woods. As likely that's where the Doom's going to be, so they're going to place loads and loads of wards into the Radiant Woods, but no sentries, so just the two standard sentries, obs wards available for them. So I'm not going to see too much denial. We're not going to see too much denial on the camps, as Doom actually going to be in the offlane for the time being. May just be... No, I don't think you can devour a friendly creep.
30 seconds to battle.
May just be here to pull off the early block for the top lane, but still not 100% sure what they're doing. It's Rising Star and PGG chilling around in the mid lane. You could just see like a Nightmare into a Battery Assault combo. Battery Assault does an insane amount of damage early in the game. So it's a 10-second duration with a 0.7 interval. So that's at least 10 procs with 15 damage. So it's 150 damage easily. I like 14 procs. So RoX.KIS down here in the bottom lane with their tri-lane, so the magic bush ward placed here, so these two camps not going to be spawning, this one right here as well as the other one that just circled on the minimap in the bottom right. Maybe a little bit small, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And the ward placed by PGG here in the area next to the lane. So Inquisitor and Sidoi are going to go head to head on this top lane. And BZ pick up an early double damage can help him get a couple last hits early on. But PGG taking some last hits from Nubik here, so Nubik nothing yet on him, so. And not too excitement in this early game yet. Pro here be going against a TA. He can do decently against a TA. Certainly not the best mid is TA. Certainly very good at securing kills once she gets a couple items up. Has a pull up on now on her, but can likely just work towards phase boots and some more movement speed items, maybe even a blink to chase down those kills and get the big damage out that she can deal when she gets a couple more levels. Reaction, another powerful tool in the laning phase as Inquisitor getting very low here. Taking lots of harass from Sidoi. Sidoi gonna be this lane just fine though, or sitting nice and pretty because he does have the reactive armor, so has an insane amount of regen with the tangos as well. So as Inquisitor now can devour the creep that was about to die and pops the Scorched Earth straight away, so he's gonna get out of here. Does not feel safe at all. It's now level 2 Whirling Blades on Sidoi. Easy grabbing his Basilius. Taking a bit of harass in exchange for that, but certainly worth it. His end hands, Inquisitor. Sidoi button heads here on this top lane, but Sidoi again always going to come on top because he has the passive regen from Reactive Armor, but Inquisitor has picked up a bottle, so helps sustain just the slightest bit in this top lane. This creep wave is now very oddly positioned. And RoX.KIS looking for a couple kills here, as they actually, Retry actually did de-warded that magic bush ward, so. Now Yol gonna be arrowed up here, actually pops the Carapace beforehand, so Yol gonna make it out alive, or still alive for the time being, as BZ. Sunstrike gonna hit now from the Invoker, and TR getting the first blood here. Rising Star getting a lot of damage, going to fall to Leshrac now, and PGG, Brain Sap, BZ falling very low now, and Arrow going to hit onto him. BZ going to fall here. Didn't even notice yet, but didn't even realize, but it is the Mirana Bane combo. So that's what they were looking for in the those pickups. I realize that now, but it is a absolutely overpowered combo, especially with the Sunstrike of the Invoker. So this Bane going to be a very valuable hero in this early laning phase because Sunstrike, Arrow, and Nightmare are certainly going to be able to clean up any hero they want to kill, really. As Yol dying there as well as BZZ, so Goblet, the only person making it out there alive, and trying going well for the retry thus far. So now Yoki gets those early Forge Spirits up. Scale now working towards his phase. Gonna go for a double damage bottom. May look for a kill here, but I really doubt it. He's not nearly farmed enough to do any sort of effective gank this early on. Probably wants level 6 as well on top of that, as we have more fighting in the top lane. Actually, both these heroes have an insane amount of regen. And Inquisitor with the Scorched Earth, and Sidoi, of course, with the reactive armor, as it's called. So certainly an interesting lane matchup. Stoic, of course, in the lead as far as last hits go, so winning it, quote unquote. So Nubik now finally starting to get some more last hits, sitting on 12 now compared, however, to the 16 of BZZ. Mid lane, pretty even as things go, 20-24. So no big deal. And now PGG putting them right onto Yol, but not gonna be enough. I believe arrow hit, but Goblik now falling very low as the pause comes out from Scandal. So not sure what's happening here. Maybe a disconnect, maybe something like that, but no. Okay, ready to go now. And Yol gonna be the first to fall here. Brain sap from PGG as Doom gets a kill on the Timbersaw top. I assume by burning that Doom. Indeed he did, as now BZZ gonna make it here alive for the time being. And of course Galbek is still trapped here. They're not sure if he's teleported out just yet. Is PGG now gonna work his way over there. And it's gonna find Galbek. Galbek gonna go down here for sure, now trapped in and dead. Nubik getting last hit there, and Templar Assassin in the meantime kills Invoker in the mid lane with that double damage, so RoX.KIS losing out on both lanes, both side lanes rather, and Scandal winning on this mid lane thus far is doing pretty well against this Invoker. Is going to find a haste top as well now. Of course, Inquisitor did manage to get the kill on Timbersaw there by burning his Doom, and Timbersaw going to be a bit behind now in terms of experience in the top lane, but Doom a very I hear that gets a lot of farm fast, as he can get that early experience by devouring these big high-level creeps. And not going to take any damage from that either, so rotation id from PGG on the mid lane. And I think it was spotted out there, so Scandal still playing very aggressively, but he doesn't have enough mana, I believe, for the Nightmare. No, doesn't just yet. Just going to head back to base for the time being. And probably going to see a minus here on Yoki, as it is what the Invokers do. Skalbak, Yol, and company looking in the woods for someone from TR to blow up. But no one to kill right now. And still rotating around. Rocket not going to spot him out, of course. You need direct hero vision onto them. They're going to go fly from Rana, not going to hit on BZZ. Possibly just scaring him out of lane as RoX.KIS, or Goblak and Yol rotate now to the mid lane. Look for a kill here on Yoki, as Jarcopter now falling. So leap into Starstorm, I assume, is all that was, as now Yoki stun up from Yol, and Scandal gonna get a kill on him now as well. Goblak, however, cogs in by Rising Star. Not be able to get that stun off, so Rising Star getting a kill onto Leshrac there, and now Scandal. Make it out there just barely with the refraction, and it's gonna fight against Rising Star. Rising Star eating a lot of damage now. Rising Star gonna fall now even. So Scandal turning it around very well as Doom gets another kill onto Sedora in the top lane. Action happening in all lanes, no team fights, just 1v1 lane matchups really. As Invoker gets a kill on Templar Assassin mid lane with a Sunstrike, so turning away just as that happened. Mistake on my end, I apologize, but again, these kills happening consecutively in different lanes. As BZZ falling to Nubik in the bottom lane. Invoker. There's support ganks in the mid lane, but that's really been the kind of only big engagement aside from the trial engagement. So really no more than three hero engagements here. So RoX.KIS, of course, rotating that Nyx and the Leshrac mid. And the Tia rotating the Bane and the Clockwork mid at the same time and trading kills there. But at the same time, of course, Inquisitor scoring 2 kills thus far on Sedora in the top lane. Sedora struggling actually to stay in this lane once Doom has the Doom available. Has died both times now. Scorched Shift and Doom are just a very potent combo. So Inquisitor now level 9. Sedora still gonna go for some harass on him, however. So BZ has an Illusion Rune on the bottom here, as Nubik falling very low. May look just teleport out back to base here. However, Era gonna fly from him. Gonna land on BZZ, and Starstorm gonna hit Sunstrike now. Actually, Rocket sacks a kill from Clockwork. The Sunstrike not even the matter. It's, as Nuvik playing very aggressive there for the amount of life he had. So TR coming out pretty much ahead in this laning phase, winning 2 out of the 3 lanes. Of course, the only one that's has really lost thus far is the mid lane, but PG now here throwing out the enfeebles on Scandal, so Scandal can't do too much as missing quite a bit of damage on his end. BZZ now finally gonna rotate the top lane, so he doesn't have to deal with that run anymore. That arrow is a scary, scary thing, and yeah, looking at gold. You can see the retry at nearly 3,000 advantage, with no towers taken and nearly 4,000 experience. So quite the advantage in TR's favor right now. Scandal. Nightmare up onto him, and PGG gonna be nearly stunned up there. Godlike missing. Just barely is now in Visitor. Now here, gonna look for a Doom onto somebody as Rising Star gonna find a double damage bottom. Scandal denied that rune. And top push gonna come out here from BCZ. Gonna clear up the creep wave with the rocket barrage. It's now rotation from PG and Inquisitor here on the top lane. Gonna find Yul. Yul now in trouble. Fiend Script on him. Sunstrike from the Invoker. Now all dropped by BCZ. However, BZ now doomed. Gonna fall here for sure. The Doom as well as the Brain sapping just enough, and deny from Scandal gonna occur. So getting a free kill there, and as well as deny on the gyrocopter. Still loses his money, however, so just has a wand and phase boost right now. Not the pace of farm you really want on your gyrocopter. You're being trained with. This Doom now picks up the drums. So still no arcanes up on him. Opted for an Orb of Venom, as well as a bottle and a wand, so not getting those early arcane wands, which is something you really need on the Timbersaw, I'd say. It's better sustained than a bottle. The wand certainly helps, however, though, so can't complain too much. Wand especially helps out in this sort of Russian scene, as there are lots of early ganks and lots of early spells casted, so it's now Yoki still in the mid lane with Scandal here, and hasn't rotated too much for a gank, but really just seen him putting out the Sunstrikes more than anything else. That really seems to be the purpose of the lineup, is to have the Nightmare up, then the Arrow, and then the Sunstrike, and just guaranteeing the easy kill. And he has multiple setups for these spells as well. The Arrow can be set up by the Cogs, as well as the Sunstrike can, so why not? The Arrow is also a hard setup for the Sunstrike, so too many options, guys. There's too many options here, just playing around. They're heroes. Each hero really having a bunch of synergy with the other ones. It's now in Visitor. Dowering some more creeps in lane. Gonna get that extra gold, of course. It's now mid lane, Scandal. Mel's, but breaks it instantly, realizing he's not in trouble. And actually may have been in range of the sentry as well, as Scorched Earth popped by Visitor, and can get a movement aura from, or toughness aura rather, from the bird as well. Gives him an extra bonus 3 armor. Top of the 1 armor he already gets from base level, so it's absolutely broken. It's obscene. Literally gonna take no damage. And so now may work towards the BKB. We may also see, of course, a Aghanim's, and now PG going straight in the enemy team. No wards available, so, or no sentries rather available, and now Yul being script up. Yul on very low, dying to PGG here, and now Timbersaw coming in. Timber Chain gonna blow up Rising Star. Rising Star gonna fall here, so Dohaver doomed up, buying Visitor. Now Meteor Drop gonna kill Timbersaw. Scandalover still chasing, and Nightmare up onto Goblet. Goblet cover. Having that purged instantly, and Goblet now gonna die after getting the sun off on Visitor. However, Visitor does more than enough damage to take him out at this point in the game for a right click. With a right click rather. So now we could see the push out on the mid tower now. 15-5 is the score right now. TR very much ahead in terms of things. He's looking at gold, nearly 5,000. Yep, 5,000 advantage now, and experience nearly 7,500. So arrow flies up from Rana. Gonna actually hit on Scandal here, so Scandal could be dead. Sunstrike and Brain Sap gonna kill him indeed, so just too many setups for these Sunstrikes, and Yoki gonna be burning that every time he's on cooldown, or every time that's off cooldown, really. Now Yo fended up on the mid lane. Onto Nuvik. Nuvik, however, leaps away in time, but Yoki and PG still being caught. Now ult up by BZ and stun from Gaba coming out. But TR still alive here. Yoki making it out, but actually both Yoki and PG gonna fall there. And now hook on from Rising Star onto the Nyx assassin. Nyx falling here. As I believe there were kills elsewhere, as Timbersaw now finishing up the Clockwork. So 4 for 3 in the mid lane. As I think the Leshrac may have died to the Doom. I'm not sure. But 4 deaths here in the mid lane for TR, as you see the locations just rotated through for them. And yeah, so RoX.KIS coming back slightly in this game. But Timbersaw really starting to ramp it up. But I do have to deal with the problem that is this Doom. So he now picks up his Ogre Club and has drums on top of that, so very survivable at this point in the game. BZ now, pretty good. Brain Sap here is dead, and Brain Sap dead. So, Force Staff from, I believe it was the Invoker, friendly Force Staff. Yes, indeed it was. Invoker, by the way, has the Midas. Timbersaw denies the tower in the meantime, and has his point booster, as well as Arcanes now. And Scandal. Just gonna work towards a BKB, it seems, for the time being. Nubik has a Midas as well. No big item just up on him just yet. And PG also working towards a BKB. So lots of BKBs coming on the side of the retry. Or both sides, really. So Rising Star just has a Urn and Dust. PG now. Gonna back off. You'll hear. However, is vended up, so could look for kill here in PGG, as he does have Timbersaw right next to him. But a Doom in the nearby vicinity does have Doom available. Now Vendetta onto PGG. PGG and start getting damage from RoX.KIS, and now Dust onto Yo. Yo, some trick gonna miss from the Invoker. Now PGG falling very low, gonna die with one last strike from Scandal. Doom meantime killing the next assassin with his Doom, and now Clockwork Cogs dropped. Sidori gonna be arrowed up here. Starstorm gonna finish him off, and now the retry getting 2 kills here. May look for a third on the on Leshrac or even the Templar Assassin. However, Scandal fending off Doom for the time being and denying the tower. Gala cover earned up, gonna eat the arrow and gonna eat the dirt afterwards. And now Scandal caught out of position here. Does not have a blink, does not have anything of that sort. Dusted and now likely gonna fall here. Chichi does, so believe that was 4 in the top lane down for RoX.KIS, as the only person making it alive is BZZ. BZZ, of course, now with a Helmet Dominator. But the retry getting the tower with ease, really. 4 kills for them and the tower. We're now 4-1 and 7. Sealkey 3-3 and 6. That's some strike support, of course. And PGG 5-2 and 9. So a lot better play than we've seen out from him the previous matches he's played in this tournament. Usually on the Crystal Maiden just ends up with loads of deaths. Did have the Enigma game as well that he died plenty of times in as well. And Vixiter, of course, has 6-0-2, 6 kills on him. So he is the highest farmed hero on the side of actually in the entire game. However, Invoker very close and Nubik behind him. So the tricore lineup for TR here, dominating over the tricore lineup of RoX.KIS. Let's hook now from Rising Star onto Goblak. Goblak gonna get blown up here. It's a level death. Bubbling up now slowly. Level 4 is the trigger now. We'll have max level death soon, and that just does so much damage. Should I get a proc 275 on top of, what is the additional amount? Bonus damage equal to 20% of the target's maximum health. What? So does 275 on top of 20% of your health. Should you be at the level 3 multiplier? That's just crazy. Now Invoker picking up a Necro. So the push gonna come out soon for the retry, and retry now pushing this bottom tower. Gonna go down. And I'm not sure how RoX.KIS fight into this really. They do have the Gyro ult and they do have the Timbersaw, but other than that, their team fight potential isn't too strong. As Bane, as PG not takes out the top tower, or denies the top tower. And Nightmare up onto Scandal. Scandal can make it out here alive though. You know, like even that level 1 in Nightmare doesn't want any longer duration really, because it's more or less a setup stun. Doesn't need more than 4 seconds on it, and otherwise could just be more of a detriment to his team than an assistance. As they really want some of that right click damage to go on here to make sure the kill is secured. This bottom tower still being pushed now. Hooking from Rising Star into BCC. BCC now, Sunstrike. Arrow hits, or actually just whiffs barely, and Rising Star gets the kill onto BCC, and Scandal now dusts it up. Doom on Scandal though, and Sadoy eating a lot of damage from Inquisitor, and Ern goes out into Sadoy, and both sides gonna fall back here. There's actually Rising Star gonna die as Galvik pops the Edict, and Timbersaw just finishing him off. So a 1-for-1 here, but it's the carry for the support Clockwork, so RoX.KIS losing out in that fight, and they were fighting under their own tier 2 tower even, so I'm sure they expected much more of a advantageous position there for them. And Nubik now gonna run into the Leshrac. Leshrac pops the Edict instantly, and Sadoy not able to chase that as Invoker now picks up Necro 2. Nubik now with the Yasha, as well as Doom's Bottle. Frouwo's sitting on the ground there, and Nubik saying, hey, come take your bottle, I don't want it anymore. D gives it back, picks up his teleport, and chase on the mid lane goes out onto PGG. However, there's a sentry here for RoX.KIS, so PGG gonna die for sure. Trap popped, dust popped now, and Mirana meantime killing Leshrac on the back lane as PGG falls in mid lane, and PGG buys back instantly. Tiara want to fight here. Arrow coming out, missing on all 3 there, but all now dropped by BZZ, and Scandal gonna be a bit of trouble here. Is being chased down by all of the Retry, and Starstorm comes out. Hook now from Rising Star onto Yol on accident, places sentry instantly, and Star now gonna be level death and dies. Around the meantime, right-clicking down the Templar Assassin. BZ doing what he can, but can't do much as the rest of his team is really dead or low. And teleportation in now from Goblet. Goblet cover eats a level death and just gets demolished there as the Invoker finishes him off. And RoX.KIS is calling call GG at the 22-minute mark. So the Retry taking this game 1 in a dominating fashion, really. Doom, Invoker, and Mirana being on the top of that net worth chart as we look at the gold TR 12k ahead. Experience nearly 14k, so you're actually winning at this game 1 over RoX.KIS now, and gonna head off to a game 2 where the Retry may look to push on into the losers round 2. But just looking at RoX.KIS's score totals, not what you want to see. Timbersaw being the biggest impact with the 5 kills, but 5 deaths not going to be what you want. Not even finishing nearly getting the Bloodstone, just need the Perseverance at that point. But the Retry taking this game 1, of course, once again. So anyway, this has been Frouwo. I hope you enjoyed the cast. If you did, that's great. Like, share, subscribe, all that neat stuff. If you didn't like the cast, I always appreciate constructive criticism. You can contact me via Twitch, via Twitter, via YouTube, and send me that constructive criticism, and I will work on the things you mentioned. So again, thank you for watching. This has been Frouwo, and I will see you guys in game 2. But of course, in the meantime, have a nice day, and goodbye.